What's up, Fuffa?
Nothing. I'm just thankful I heard back from my family and very, very close friends in Florida.
Yeah,
My buddy in
absolutely.
Zephyr Hills said they got a lot of damage. He lives on the outside, but he said most of the town is just demolished.
Right. Yeah, of course, I texted Mini Mike, Brad Warnick, um,
Old Tom.
anything. I texted old Tom. I don't have um, uh, Rick Scott's number, um, so I don't know how bad he went. I think he's a little north of Orlando, and old Tom is east and a little south of Orlando. But all of them, those three are okay, thankfully. But yeah, we want to.
Imagine there's a lot of places without service and whatnot today. Hey Norm, I hope you're
Hey,
doing
Norm,
okay down where you are. I mean, my
is
brother
he in
said they
Florida
got
too?
yeah.
Is he? Jesus.
My brother said the winds over in Jacksonville were pretty good. I mean that it dissipated, but it came up. But I'm thankful it kind of came down as fast as it did, or it'd been even worse.
It weakened really quick. Yeah, that it did. That was a good thing. So I guess I'll fill you in, and those who are watching. I got some really bad news today about my eye. Yeah. Um, I got to have cataract surgery ASAP, so the doctor can see in my eye to do another what's it called, this cervical buckle. So she's got to put a band. He's okay, no power. Okay. So
Thanks, you know.
they got to go in and put a band under the white of my eye, an elastic band. And she has to be able to see to do it because I have more uh, uh, retina pulling off of the eye wall.
Your health is the most important thing,
Yeah, and I, yeah, and
and, and
that
you know,
that's the God's to honest. We won't we wouldn't have nothing here at the house, if it wasn't for me. But um, she's reassuring me I'll be fine. But the fear is now cataract surgery has to be rushed. I got to do it now. I'm going tomorrow to go get my measurements, where they actually measure the eye and all that. Um, Probably have cataracts done Wednesday after that. So next
hi
Wednesday,
Seamus.
I'll have my cataracts done, and then she said probably within a week of that she'll be going in and doing this buckle surgery. So hey, Seamus. So let's see, we got had bad
And
damage.
you know, I can fill in for you as much as
Oh,
you need
what?
me to.
I had bad damage. Took out a tree on my house. So you had a tree at your house. Wow, that sucks.
Your lives are all intact. That's the single most important thing. Everything else can be
Yeah.
rebuilt or replaced. The human life cannot be, or your pets.
So my retina surgeon did reassure me that she said I'll be fine. I see I'm on a Facebook group that I've just been lurking, reading posts, reading comments, and I see people that have 5 surgeries in one freaking eye, and she assured me that that's 5% of people. She
Hi,
said right
Mark.
now. She said right now I'm in the 15% range, but I will have, instead of the short gas bubble that she put in my eye the first time, um, which was expected to last about 4 weeks. It only lasted 2, and that could be one of the reasons why I'm detaching again in a different area. Um, she's going to put the long gas bubble in, and that's supposed to last 8 weeks.
Well, this time you're going to have no choice but
Still done working for the year. And she said, no, not necessarily. And I said, Doc, I said, it's going to be the end of the month before October before you can do this year surgery. Yeah.
Rick, would it be too soon to offer him some dark glasses and a cane and a tin cup to sit on the corner?
I need to do something like that. And I wanted to come in here yesterday and paint. At least start doing some priming.
Yeah, you need to
But
send me
our
your
freaking mosquitoes are so freaking bad that I mean I'm gonna crack my window. I got a board I put in there that's as thick as the exhaust piece, and then I put a towel down there. But man, the mosquitoes. It's a wonder there's so many of them. It's a wonder they ain't lifted up the damn house and took it away somewhere yet. Oh, absolutely, Mark. Oh yeah, let me get.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to
I don't.
remember this. I'm going to take a screenshot of this right now.
And we're not just so everybody knows too. We're not going to be here too long because I don't want to interfere with Mini Mike's podcast. So we're not going to be here too long. I just want everybody to know that Mike might, I don't know for sure, but maybe come back after. Depends on how late they go.
That's even if they go. You know, I don't know if power's out or any of that.
No, Mike's got power. He's got everything he needs. Believe it or not, he lost his power yesterday evening. The power went out, and it was back on this morning.
I love the picture of the big ass boat sitting at somebody else's house. I was like, damn. People don't realize 5 inches.
Mike does their show. Mike and Jason do their show at 8. Yes.
Yeah.
So about an hour and 15 minutes here, and we're gonna end it. And I don't want to step on that, but I need to have some conversation with some friends. So hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy?
Jesus Christ, you're really desperate.
Good,
you call me a friend.
Well, I mean, Mark's in here right now, so
I got to say thank you to Jeff.
To Jeff, why would you thank him? What's that? What did he send you? It's purple as hell.
Yeah,
that's the hood.
Yeah.
That's that Kirby and them guys. They dropped it off, not me.
Well, I wasn't able to meet him, so Curb actually mailed it to me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everybody in chat is definitely my friend.
He's only about 2 hours away, but he sent a bunch of other stuff with it, some stuff he made. And so
Steve's a really good guy.
Thanks to him. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
was going through a box. Alex, right? I was going through a box that I had the other day, like in my storage, and going through stuff, and I found. See if I can show you guys this. Canadian $1 bill, right? Which is fine. But in the back, I have
a lot more money.
More stored. Right? So I've got a whole bunch of $1 bills here from God knows when. Right? Which is fine. And I've got a couple old $1 bills, the Canadian ones. All right. Probably not worth much of anything, but you never know.
Worth $1.
The US dollar. All right. Not a big deal.
Oh, you got the $2.
$2
$2 bill.
Yep, they still do. There's a truck stop up by me
with the signing of Declaration of Independence on the back.
That's worth about $2.33 in Canada.
So I have no idea what they're worth, but I kept them since I was a kid, so I just thought it was cool to have them, especially
Right.
these old Canadian ones. I don't know. This is a 1954. This one here is same thing, 1954.
Those actually,
Most of these are
they're old
probably
enough.
newer.
They might actually be worth something and not just $1. Because I'm sure they don't
these
print
ones
nothing that
here,
looks like. Do they print anything? Does your paper money look like that anymore?
no, we have plastic, and our $1 now. That's our $1.
Oh, the
Looney
coin?
and Toonie. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
interesting.
think I have a $2 one here. No, I don't have a $2 one here. But yeah, we don't even have paper money anymore, let alone a banknote of $1. Actually, we don't even have $2 anymore. And I know I've got a $2 one somewhere, but I just thought this $2 US one was fairly cool with the signing of the Declaration of Independence on the back of it.
Never had
Yeah.
one. I never ever had one.
God, they give them around here all the time. I'm like, ugh.
It says 1776, but I don't think that's the date of it.
Sluggo.
Actually,
Well,
1976, this one.
Just so you know, Fred has got a
happy?
busy week. But Fred's going to earn his carrot cake this weekend.
How?
All that home improvement stuff you got to do.
How the hell did you know about that?
That's you texted it to me?
2001.
What? Oh God!
1999.
Never mind. I remember. I can't remember who all I told that to.
Yeah, that's the first time with old age setting in, Fred.
I resemble that.
Old-timers.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred, I told Brian because Brian will fill you in here, but I told him if we can find a cane and some dark glasses and a tin cup, we can set him on the corner.
Why is that?
So he can make some modeling money.
Yeah, I got to have another eye surgery.
Really?
I got to have the cataract surgery done
Regardless.
ASAP.
Yeah.
Because I have to have another eye surgery done, and she needs to be able to see because she can't see well enough through my cataract. But I have another detachment.
Oh Lord! In
And
the
it's
same eye?
Yes, it's on the inside of my eye versus the top.
Yeah.
So now she's going to go in and do I can't pronounce it, some sort of sacral buckle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know it goes under the white of the eye, but outside of the retina.
Wow. When'd you find this up?
Today.
Okay.
I had my follow-up was today. I knew I had a feeling I had something going on. I was worried about it, but I couldn't get an appointment last week if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Hi, Leon.
So
well, damn.
she called my cataract surgeon and is pushing him. I go tomorrow to get measured for my lenses, and she's pushing him to hopefully do that Wednesday. So within a week, I can have the buckle done.
Wow.
Hey, Leon. So
wow.
yeah, it's I've been full of bad news for over a month now.
I know.
I'm ready for something good to happen.
Bless your heart. Oh, is this where I have to turn the camera on me and strip?
Oh, jeez, God.
Oh,
I'm so glad I didn't eat.
Oh my God. Let me run through the chat right quick. Sluggo, what's going on? Hey, Seamus. Leon, how you, sir? Papa Z, glad to see you down there floating. At least you down there. What's up, Alex? Bill Drat. Norm, glad to see you made it through with just minimal damage. I seen that on Facebook. Hate it that you got to have a roof mended, but I don't know how that is. But glad you're all right. There's Mark. Hey, Mark, what was you doing with money a while ago? When I first came in, I seen all this cash. I was like, let's see, do you owe me any money? No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Old Canadian $1 bills and
Oh, okay.
two U.S. $1 bills and a U.S. $2 bill with the signing
Oh
of
God,
the
yeah,
Declaration on the
yeah,
Independence in the back.
yeah. I got you. Yeah,
So,
$2.
Brian, while you're here,
$2 bill ain't worth the paper it's printed on nowadays. That used to be the big thing. What was that? The Susan B? No, that was a coin.
that was Susan B. Anthony was a coin.
Yeah,
Wasn't there
that was
another
a
one too?
coin.
We get them up here. We get the dollar coins once in a while from vending machines and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, because those Susan B. Anthony dollars. They was so controversial because they were about the same size as a quarter, just a little bit bigger. And I was like, who the hell would want to spend, confuse that with a quarter? Anywho, yeah, Fafa, I forgot I told you about.
Hey, Leon.
I forgot I told you about. That
I'm just
cluster.
sitting here going, am I missing
Well, let
something?
me do what? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm like, did I miss something here? But yeah, I
No.
got a question for y'all, Brian.
Hey,
I'm
Red
gonna
Barn.
do this so you can see it better on a large screen. Saturday, I got to go down to a friend of mine's house. Got him inadvertently turned around and found his Holy Grail kit. I got to pick one of these out.
Yeah, I told you the.
You're not
the
picking
old-
for you, Brian.
No, I know that, but I would go for the Olds. What was it, the 442 that was in there? 70?
Shit, I already see one. I see.
Which
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, but if it shows up at my house, I'm gonna come up there and strangle your ass.
let me guess, it's a Ford.
Oh my God! Keep going. Wait a minute. Let me look at that row. Hold on. No, blow it back out. Make it smaller again. I want to see that second shelf. All right there. Go to the next row.
There's a row after this.
Down. Go down on the shelf. All right there.
That AMX is calling my name.
No. Oh, yeah, you can
The
have that
442
AMX.
is easy to get. Them are relative.
Yeah, you can get, the 442s are dime a dozen. Now, the only one that I seen, if you go back up to the top of the shelf, you said Ford. Now pick it out.
It's either going to be the Maverick, Comet, or the Gasser.
It's the Maverick. It's a damn Maverick. I seen that. And I'm like, man, and it's a Johan at that. Imagine that. Well, that Comet is also. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Maverick. If I ever find one, I'm gonna get one. But like I say, it better not show up in my house just because I said that now.
Oh,
Dude.
no.
Okay. All right. Just want to make it notable. I appreciate it, but
Yeah, Fred would be yelling at me and then going, they'd be texting me, man, thanks, brother.
oh man, yeah, it's been oh my goodness. I'm glad. Well, I'm off for the next 2 days, but we'll cross that story here in a minute. But yeah, I talked with. Well, this all started yesterday. Of course, I text all my boys down there in Florida. Tom and Rick and Jim Marshall and Minnie Mike, checking on them. They said they're ready. They're staying down there. And this morning, the first one to get in touch with me was Tom. He said everything was good. He said that they come out just a lot of limbs to shit around the yard. And then I think and Brad, I forget Brad. I don't forget Brad, but anyhow, make a long story short, everybody I text, down there in Florida, and then I seen Norm, half-ass model there. I seen him post, that was good. Who else did I follow. It's Cletus McFarland. His real name's Garrett Mitchell, but I seen where he had come to it. Had a little bit of damage, but
What about
I haven't
his
seen
name?
that yet, but he sure bunkered down, that guy.
yeah, he did he, Mark?
What's his name? Jim?
Jim Marshall,
Yeah, is that him? What's his channel?
Styrene Monkey.
Yeah, yeah. So he's all
yeah,
right.
yeah, he's fine. Yeah, I text him. I seen it on Facebook.
From the Jim.
Actually, I texted him last night when it was really starting to get really bad down there. And he said there was a tornado that missed them by about 20 miles, which is good, but still, those are some big ass.
Yeah, they
a
had
lot
those were
of
big-ass
tornadoes.
tornadoes that stayed on the ground for a
Yeah,
while.
for
a
miles.
freaking hurricane. Yeah.
And then,
Hurricane tornadoes aren't generally that
but
big. And powerful.
he showed that picture on his Facebook page of a car, it's actually standing on its nose. And you could see the underneath of the car, but it's standing on its nose, propped up against the garage of the house. I mean, it blowed it up on its nose. That's how much.
Wow.
Then he showed another picture on there that had it was a house, a Florida style house, and it had a 40-yard dumpster buried in the center of the gable.
Jeez.
A 40-yard dumpster now
That-
got airborne, and it went into the gable of the house.
Yeah, that was something I meant to bring up. My last live is here in Augusta. We had a road sign. This is from right in the middle of downtown. That was found in Thompson, Georgia, which is
Wow.
by the way the crow
Amen,
flies 35, 40 miles away.
Wow.
That was crazy, and it
Yep.
was actually
Yep.
at a fire station, and one of our local news crews went over there to Thompson to do the news report, and the local fire station handed it to her. it was the
Tornado?
two roads. It was two road signs in the cross.
Wow.
Tornadoes
But-
are wild. Dad said he saw a tornado once, and afterwards, at the end of the driveway, they had a power pole. And he says in the power pole, there was a piece of straw, like hay and straw. There was a piece of straw stuck straight through the power pole.
Wow. I seen a two
That's
before.
how fast those.
Yeah, would pierce the car wheels.
Yeah, I seen a two before. I not personally. I seen a picture. Let me put it this way: after a hurricane, major hurricane in Florida, but it was a two before drove through a palm tree trunk.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was
Brad.
like, wow.
Yeah, and Sluggo, you can't be more right. But when people are showing up to volunteer, and they have to ask permission and fill out an application from our government to be able to
Just get
volunteer
700.
and help,
Yeah. Mhm.
it's freaking asinine.
Yeah.
Let's delay it. These people, I don't.
We
I
ain't
don't
got time.
I don't want to get
Yeah.
in. I don't want to get into that. But
Yeah, I don't either. But I'll tell you what, I've seen more. Trying to think how to say it and be nice about it. I've seen more citizens coming out of. I've seen more footage of citizens of the people up there in western North Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee in those areas pulled together, and that shows you what kind of people we are.
oh yeah,
I mean, for us
There's
if you want to,
there's more good in this world than there is bad.
yeah, and-
you want to
and-
know? You want to
good.
know? From my perspective, what pisses me off right now, and this is because of my eye problem, is as an adult, I've always went, man, I would love to, help out with that hurricane stuff. I would love to go take a chainsaw, and go do my part for a day or two and help. I can't even clean up the fucking limbs in my own yard right now
Mm.
because I can't go out and do anything strenuous. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, it's freaking heart wrenching to know I could have
Well-
went out the day of the storm and helped clear roads. And
Yeah.
I couldn't lift over 20, 25 pounds, and I shouldn't be now.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me I was restricted, but I know if I exert myself, I'm going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
cause more damage to my
Yeah.
eye. I know that.
Mhm. Yep.
I
Makes me
fly
want to
now,
live.
but Fred said I'm not allowed unless I end up in West Georgia at some point.
Oh God. Oh man, wish we all lived closer.
What's crazy
but-
is Cletus took his helicopter up to
Didn't
North
he? Didn't he,
Carolina
Mark?
to
Yeah.
to help out and all this stuff, and now he's hiding in the freaking corner because the hurricane's beating the
Mhm.
hell out of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Not only
not
that,
even, a week later.
yeah. And not only that, Martin, did you see where he owns? This guy must be richer than 3 foot up a bull's ass, but
Yeah.
well, I mean, regardless if he is or if he ain't, but he owns a lot of property down there. He owns an old speedway or racetrack down there.
Yeah,
But he offered
the
up
race.
40 acres of that or of that infill or outfill for people to come in that needed to, for like first responders or these tree trimmers, the power people to come and park and stay. And I mean,
I
that's
wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt if his airport
Hey.
right now
Hey, little
was
sis.
in good shape. It's probably saying, "Here, land here if you need."
exactly.
Hopefully she doesn't go
Yeah.
rewatch this, or I'll be out of a kit.
Hi, Jim.
I know how
Yeah,
this
so-
goes.
Oh God.
And so y'all know, because I won't be working much, you're probably going to see a lot of random lives out of me.
Good. Takes
Jesus,
pressure off
that-
me having to ever do one again. Anyway.
And I thought I was.
I
gonna
just,
get
I
some
need
today.
the conversation. I need
Okay.
it.
Well,
No.
you count me in on that.
Yeah.
I thought about not plowing this winter. Now I'm thinking I need to.
Well, if you want Brian, I know I didn't. I know. Well, I'm sure Fafa's already told you the whole story, but Brian, that we've been, we've been renovating our guest bathroom. We hired a friend of ours. Well, he is a friend of ours. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt that. But we've known him for, gosh, man, me and Vicky's known him for a while, over 10 or 15 years, and he does he's a, I don't know if he's a carpenter by trade, but anyhow, he does contract work. So we're just going to hire him out and do our, so anyhow, make a long story short, when we went to Florida, we agreed for him to start the week after we got back, which that was back at the end of August. And it came, when we got back, he said, "Can I start the next week?" So we figured he had something, no harm, no foul. Okay. So he come in the Monday. I think it's a Monday after. I don't think it was a Monday after we got back. But anyhow, he started on a Monday and
Oh, hey, Dutch.
tore the vanity out, took the mirror off the wall, did some patchwork, but he didn't take the toilet out. He didn't take the. There was a little bitty vanity thing above the toilet. Anyhow, this is our guest bathroom. It's a small bathroom. It's got a stand-up shower, and that's it. And he gets all that started. That was day one, which really, I don't even think he probably did about 2 hours worth of work. So we thought, okay, he's coming back next day. Well, wait the next day. I think he showed up the second day, and he finished the demo work, except for taking the toilet out. He did some more patchwork on the drywall, and that was it. And then the next day, he calls Vicky back and says, "Hey, I'm having problems with my truck." Da, 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 da. Okay, so and then the whole week, that's how it went. He couldn't get back over here. The next week, no show. Said that he come over here and did some more drywall patching. I'm like, no, you didn't do that. Anywho, so this drags on. Finally, I think he's probably worked here 2 days. We already give him $340, as far as 25% down on, I think it's like $1,300, and it was about almost $1,400 to do what he was going to do. So, you know, here we are. We're coming up on Acme. We want to have all this done before,
Right.
October, and it ain't done yet. So we give him the shadow of a doubt. So when Vicky went down to Florida last Saturday, she was going down with the girls, to get away from this up here as far as this. And she was like, tell me if he comes back, da 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 da. I came home on Thursday of last week, and I was like, no, not Thursday. I forgot what day it was. It was Monday. I came home Monday, nothing had been done. She texted him. Oh, I was there this morning. I called bullshit. Ain't nobody been in here. I ain't nothing. If he did anything, it was minute. And anyhow, she got home. She said, we'll deal with this when I get home. So her trip got cut short by a day. She got back Tuesday. And we had already decided that, okay, that's it. We got to cut our ties. Old Fred's going to have to get his tool belt back on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wasn't happy. Well, I mean, I wasn't happy, but I had to do what I had to do. So she texted. Let's see, what was yesterday? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Yesterday she texted him and said, our project isn't moving as fast as we would like. We thought this was going to take 5 days, is what you told us. We've given you, a 25% retainer fee, which is $340. And anywho, so, and all he could say was, wow, okay. And then last night, I went to bed early last night because I knew I was going to have to get up early this morning. And I'd already planned on taking off today and tomorrow. It wasn't to do this job or do this work. It was actually just to take off so I can work on this right here. And if if Vicky had came back, she had 2 days off that we could go to the mountains if we wanted to, or go, just knock around while she's still on vacation. So anyhow, this morning I knew I'd already made the plans. We done went and picked up the drywall mud and shit like that so I could get started in the bathroom. I got up at 6 o'clock, started dragging drywall. I did drywall work last night, and I was putting the second coat of mud on this morning at 6 o'clock. And I come in here and I sat down and did this. And then all of a sudden I get a tap. I got a tap on my shoulder. I mean, it scared the fuck out of me. And it was Vicky standing here, and she said, look at this text I got from him. I was like, and it said, I will pick my tools up at 10 o'clock, put them by the front door, along with $200.
What?
Yeah, don't get ahead of me. Trust me, I was not happy. I was like, $200, more dollars. I done paid you $340. And I sat down, and the old manager and me started itemizing what I thought I did more work in 1 hour last night and in 1 hour this morning than he got accomplished in 2 or 3 days. And I said, text him back and ask what that $200 for. And he said, I work for $200. He said, my fee is $250 a day. I said, okay, so take 8 hours. Wait a minute. Let me get my little pad I wrote on. I said, so $250 a day divided by 8 hours, if you did 8 hours, is $31.25 per hour. The first day all he did was demo. And I was like, if I'll give him a shot of a doubt, he probably worked 2 hours that day. So that's $61.50. Then he said, well, there's also a dump fee for the vanity that I pulled out. If you went to Cobb County, it was $14. If you went to Paulding, it was $20. So I added all that up. So I itemized all this shit down for 2 days, and it comes to a grand total of $125 of work that I think he performed. And I said, here we are, give him a $340 25% deposit down. I said, he owes us $215. Tell him come pick his fucking tools up.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he was doing this through Vicky. I said, give me his number. I'll call him. So I called him up. He wouldn't answer my phone. And she said, she texted him back and said, you need to talk to Fred about this. And crickets. About 10 o'clock, 9:30, quarter to 10, I was still working here. and she said he's on his way. I said, good. I said, I'm going to open my tailgate of my truck. I'm going to set his tools inside the tailgate. He can pick in no $200. Our keys to our house better be sitting right on the tailgate of the truck when I go out there and pick them up. I do not want to have a confrontation with him. And sure enough, he drove up. He took his tools and drop cloth and all that, put them in his truck, laid the keys down there, and we ain't heard from him no more. Well, off to Home Depot I go change the fucking. Now this is now.
Jeff said she sell the tool.
Yeah. So
and then the word "by Felicia" with it.
Yeah. So then I went to Home Depot. I had a few other things I needed to pick up for our project that he was going to supply, like ceiling paint, trim paint, just shit like that. And I said, I'm also going to pick up a new set of door locks. So, but I got more done in 3 days. I got, I'm going to be sanding drywall tomorrow, painting the walls. I'll probably be laying flooring or setting the vanity Saturday and doing the flooring, and hopefully be wrapping this project up. I mean, 5 days total, but dragging out into 3 weeks. I was just like, Jesus, really?
So he might actually sleep during the football game.
What, the Georgia game?
Yeah.
I might, yeah.
He ain't going to have no energy to chase the blonde bomber.
No, that's true. No, I ain't going to chase the blonde bomber.
That's what you got the RC for.
That's right.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's right. Wayne Weber. I've been meaning to do a video about the Acme show, about what we all talked about at the Acme show. And I told Wayne last Saturday that I said, I'm going to try to get a video. Me and you'll do a sit down, talk about the upcoming show, answer questions and stuff. And I was going to do it one day this week. Well, I texted him last night and I told him, hold on, this is what, and Wayne's just a stand-up guy. I think the world of him. Where was that text? There it was.
Yeah, friends' confrontation and other people's confrontation don't come out the same way for some people.
Well, there's ways of handling situations other than being, violent or things like that. I'm only going to do that on a as need debate, as if I need
basis.
to, because
and that guy on needed basis probably escalated you. Vicky
kept standing there. God love her. She's just like my mother. My mother, something was going on. She'd peek out the window, and I seen her peeking. And she said, "I'm going out there to talk to him when he picks up him." I said, "No, honey, please don't." I said, "He's not going to be confrontational with me." I said, "I know he ain't."
He said something bad to you. I'm going to be
out
there stomping a mud hole in his ass.
He's let me put it this way. He's English. I mean, they're from both of them. He and his wife are salt of the earth people. They're really nice. We enjoyed being with them. When we were living in the apartments together, but they're both from England. Both of them have English accents, but I know nothing against the English. The English can be pretty, strong, stern. They don't know when to curb their mouth sometimes, and neither can Southerners. But anyhow, Vicky said that she said, "I'm gonna go out there when he goes and picks him too." I said, "Baby, please don't." I said, she said, "Well, I know how Lee can." Well, I shouldn't say his name. She said, "I know how he can be, as far as, he can sound like a smart ass." I said, "I can be the world's biggest smart ass, but please don't go out there, because the first time he raises his voice to you, I'm going to intervene. Oh, yeah. And it's not going to be nice." She said, "Well, I'm like, well, you better put the short leash on me, because I'm here to tell you." And I said, "Please don't go out there." And she did. And she stood there and she watched him. And then we both did. We just stood there. And I was like, I don't want a confrontation, but, if it leads down to it, if I have to, you show your ass, I'll call the police. That'd just be it. So, anyhow. Other than that, it's been a great day. Other than, I had to, deal with that. And got some work done on my car. I got a nice shiny little, what the hell is my computer saying? My virus protection has, never mind. I thought it was something else. I would have confronted him just for general purposes.
Sometimes it's best not to.
It is. And I'm, I just read what Jess said. I'd sell these tools. Honestly, that's what I told Vicky was that if we don't get a key back, he ain't getting his fucking tools. Period. So
Hey, Fred, do not drink anything when you open the last text I sent you.
uh-oh.
Brian
Well, I hadn't. Trust me, I'm saying. Anyhow, let me go back. I'll look at your text in a minute. But here's what I said to Wayne. Well, I told Wayne the whole story like that. But anyhow, Wayne says, "Yeah, that's a mess to be thrown in the middle of." But what I had told Wayne, I said, me and Vicky, I said, I said, Vicky and I came to agreement that our project was not moving in an effective time rate, so we had to terminate our agreement with him and pick up the progress on our own. Laughing out loud, Vicky looks pretty hot with a tool belt on, laughing my ass off. So Wayne sent me back something this morning. He said, Yikes, that's a mess to be thrown into the middle of while doing all of this work is unfortunate. You did learn a good lesson about hiring friends. True. He said, I know you and Vicky will do a great job finishing it. Try to stay focused and don't let the tool belt distract you too much.
Yeah, I got a cousin.
God.
I love him to death. He's like my brother.
Yeah.
When my aunt and my uncle, when he got stationed in Italy, he was too old to go, and he didn't have nowhere to go. So my mom and dad took him in, and he lived with us for 3, 4, 5 years, I guess. I mean, he was like my older brother, and he does contracting work on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I love him to death, but I wouldn't hire him to come in and plunge my toilet because I'd give him the money and he wouldn't show up.
Oh my God, I know.
Hey, Brian, what's the worst thing you can do to a blind guy?
What's the worst you can do to a blind guy? Move the furniture in the house?
No, put a plunger in the toilet.
What'd you say?
Put a plunger in the toilet.
Leave the plunger in the toilet.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Brian be like trying to feel around stuff now.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark Jones.
It's funny you said that, Fafa. I had a previous marriage. We had a friend that she had a blind dog, and we'd go visit. And if you sat in a certain chair, and the dog was used to nobody sitting in that chair, he would walk by, he'd bump into you. So one time we went and spent the night with them, and I freaking just, shit ass I was. I decided I was going to move a coffee table a little bit, just see if it was true. And I did. I moved that coffee table about a foot, and that fucker run into that thing. Donk. And she chewed my ass out. What the fuck did you do that for? I said, I just wanted to see if it was true about a blind dog running into the damn furniture.
Well, the best part of that joke
Like
I
that,
just
Dad.
told the blind guy told me that joke. I was looking at him going, that's mean, but damn, it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm kind of glad she ain't going to go rewind the show, because she's going to go, I want this one or that one. Yeah, poor Jess was like 2 hours with our buddy Sean at the Scale Model Car Channel at a hippie fest.
MPC Barracuda.
Sluggo, I got a great question there. Anybody build the MPC 69 CUDA? If so, how do you get a body to attach to the chassis? I don't know on that particular one, but when I attach a chassis, I call it marrying, because when I marry this to the body, I get it in there and I take, well, shit.
What's the question?
It's on the MPC 69
All right,
CUDA.
Dave, have a good night.
How do you get the body to attach to the chassis? Which I've never built that particular one. But when I build mine and when I marry the frame to the body, I'll flip everything upside down once I get it positioned to where I want it. And I'll take these little craft sticks like this. And these are I got two glued together for to wedge up between something. But I'll take one of these, and with the body turned over, I'll stick it in between the frame and the body, and just kind of twist it to where it pries that open, the body and the away from the frame. And I will mix up epoxy. I use 5-minute epoxy, and I'll coat that edge real good on the body side, just the body side, not the frame. That way it gets up into the top of, on the door panel. And then I'll take and I'll just twist it and pull these out and let that sandwich together. And then make sure there's no squeeze out. I'll take a piece of tape and I'll tape that body right where I want it. You got 5 minutes to go, figure out where your oh shit moments are at.
I'm going to say this too.
Everybody's got their different ideas, Brian.
Well, I understand what you're getting at, where you're trying to spread the body apart to get it over the and a lot of times like that, it's that floor pan.
Yeah.
But if that's not your issue, if your issue is you can't get the body down on the chassis because it must be hitting something, more than likely it's the windshield hitting the dash.
Yep. That is true.
That's an issue with a lot of AMT and / MPC kits. I got a kit up here that I fought. It wound up turning out great, but I fought with it, and I didn't know what to look for because I was a new builder. But after I done that kit, then I done another kit that was a Revell kit that I was having similar issues with. I knew what to look for, and that is an issue with some kits, that the dash and the windshield hit, and then you can get the back of it on, but then when you go to push the front, you got a gap.
Yep.
Between the frame and, like, say, the fender wells, and that's an issue with some kits. Sorry,
the best advice I could give you on that, especially on what Brian's hitting on, is mock up with tape. That's why I use a lot of tape in my builds. I mock it up. I put stuff together, mocking it up, and see if there's anywhere, you might have to, make some adjustments here, some adjustments there.
It was the
AMC, the MPC 69 CUDA.
It was the recent USAC build. Was it the Roadrunner kit? That the vent window was hitting the door card.
Yeah, it was hitting the door card. Yeah. You're right.
And you had to go in and grind down on the door card to get it to fit over the vent window.
Yep, I do remember that.
And before I forget, I did find a gift for Fred for Christmas, Brian.
To get who? A what?
A kit for Fred for Christmas.
Oh. Snap.
Hey, man, oh my God!
Oh,
God, you know what?
Mine's not a snap.
Fucking snap fast! I swear, I gotta love you.
Hey, Donnie Griffin.
What's up, Donnie?
Give that fellow, give which fellow a cigar?
Bro,
the dashboard is seated correctly, but it hits the windshield. Yeah, so is what you're gonna have to do. If you got it together, what you probably do is you're gonna have to look at so your dash, where your dash is at, there's a slope to it where the windshield hits. You're gonna have to go in and sand that down, and you're also probably gonna have to go in. I had to do it with a kit recently. You're gonna have to go in with a grinder and grind that glass down at the very bottom edge. Not unless, well, I wouldn't even recommend trying to cut it, because if you go in there, you can go in there and try to cut it, and you can crack it all the hell and back. But the kit I had a Dremel, and what did I use?
Have a good night, Seamus. Good to see you, man.
All right, Seamus. Have a good night. I can't remember which bit I used to bevel that windshield down enough and you got to be careful. You got to do it lightly, but just work with it. Sand it a little bit. You know, you're gonna have to go back and touch up the dash more than likely with some paint. But take it easy, take it slow, take your time, and then retest fit it, and keep retest fitting it and retest fitting it.
Yeah.
And the next time, the next kit you build, make sure you tape the windshield in and put it
Put
over
everything.
the
Yeah.
chassis with the interior tub and all in it. You going tape that dash down, tape the side, the door cards, tape it all down, and make sure that with the windshield in, it's going to fit.
It's not all together, he said.
Yeah,
I've had a
just
couple
don't put a
kits
lot
that
of pressure on it.
line
Don't-
up right.
Don't press. You make sure you go in. So if your glass is at a 40, make sure you go in and at a 45, or I mean, if it's your glass is at a 90, go in at a 45 and use very minimal pressure. And make sure you check how high the glass is showing as far as where your body line is at, because you don't want to take off too much, because then you'll have a hole at the bottom of your glass.
Yeah.
Brian, what I've tried to do too is where it sits in with the door cards, or sometimes on the floor on the interior pan.
Oh.
I've noticed that sometimes I either shape it out with the back of my knife, or I go in and sand a little to help give a little better fit.
Yeah.
Even more so after I paint, because sometimes some paint is thicker than
Paint
others.
is thick, yeah, absolutely.
Good Lord, I need to stop hanging out with you two. I'm starting to become an adult. I really
Oh,
don't
trust
like
me, this adulting shit sucks.
it. Yes.
I wish. I'm tired of it now. My damn self.
Somebody said, "You know what's the worst hood in the world?" I looked right at my knees and said, "Adulthood." Well, now they get it now.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm tired. Shit. Just getting up 6 o'clock. Shit's workings for the damn bird, especially on your damn days off. But I'm going to do it again tomorrow.
And it's a little after 9 when the other one show ends. So
Yeah, they start. Mini starts at what now? 8.
8.
Yeah. What time is
If
it?
they don't go long, I might come back in here. I don't. It'd be 9 o'clock though. I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Mike and Jason and what's her Sluggo? I got Sluggo on the brain. Shit, having a brain fart. It's because I had to work today. Never mind. Anyhow,
Ain't he having MCW finishes? Or not MCW.
is my
scale
camera
finishes.
froze? My damn
No,
camera.
you're not. Camera's froze.
It ain't. Wait a
No,
minute. Hold on.
you just waved your hand under it and asked
I
if it was
know.
froze.
Something's.
It's working just fine.
Oh, I know what it is. Hang on. All right, now I know what I did. Look at that. Ooh, okay. I had it on YouTube. I was looking at the YouTube feed.
Delayed.
Yeah, and it was a delay. I was like, what in the fudge?
I'll be
is wrong with
right
this thing?
back. I'm just outside looking at a blood red sky.
them are the
Oh, gosh. Dang, Mark. That means you got chlorine up above somewhere. No.
that's going to be the
Like,
side panels.
it's blood red.
Yeah. That
The
was,
whole
Brian.
sky.
that was
It's,
one of our
not
mornings
up
last
until
week. We had all that mess down here in Atlanta.
Oh, that's the.
Model Master. Yep.
Oh, mercy. I am full. We went to the Mexican joint a while ago because I didn't.
I'm
feel
just
like
glad your
cooking.
she shed's still intact there, Jess.
Yeah, well, there, Mark. This might have something to do with we're supposed to have really, really strong polar lights. So they even say that if we get on an elevated surfaces down here and look to the north and west, We should be able to see them way down here.
Okay. Well, I've been a busy
Brian.
little
Ah, crap over.
crap.
Should get a
over.
piece of tape out, but
All right, let's see if I can get this in here.
Yeah, just take your time with it.
that, I think it's gonna. Brian's speed shop should work pretty good. Them two colors. I couldn't legally name it something else and have it shown in public. Jesus Christ, bro. See how this works, Fred? I'm nice to the guy, and he flips me off. You know, I'm trying to put an order together for
Trying to do a tribute bill for somebody that doesn't need tribute. I might. Who knows?
Actually, I'm thinking about putting Thacker's garage on the side of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do to this Nova 2. I'm going to put the Thacker garage decals on it.
All right.
It was what I wanted to do. Was the next kit I wanted to build, and being I don't have to make any modifications, I feel comfortable doing it. I would be turned around priming right now, but I'm afraid the second I crack my window to put my exhaust out of it for my spray booth, I'm going to be swarmed by freaking mosquitoes.
Oh,
they are
God.
freaking horrific.
I don't know how, because well, is it dark yet? No, it ain't dark here yet. But when I got up this morning, first thing I did, get a cup of coffee, and then I went and got my drywall mud bucket and started dragging. But it was like at 6:30. I opened the front door, just stepped outside with my cup of coffee, and I looked around the neighborhood. I'm sure people are looking at me going, "What's that crazy old man doing?" But I did have clothes on too, by the way. And it was cool. God almighty, it was cool.
It's going to be real cool in the morning.
Man, you ain't kidding. I might get up and get I might get up and do some work.
I think
All right,
middle
you
of
too.
next week, it's supposed to be even cooler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's see, 50 tonight, but then Tuesday and Wednesday, high 68, 48, high 62, Wednesday, 48.
It was 49 here this morning.
All right, YouTube modeling community, y'all just seen Pappy using old red glue for the first time.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Curb, and thank you again yesterday.
Hey, Curb.
Yeah, Mark actually has already got it. We had to double check to make sure the hood was in it.
I can't believe you use that glue for painted parts.
I ain't scared.
Okay, I'm back.
You know,
I mean, we used to do that when we were kids, use it for painted parts, but
I like it sometimes. I like it in certain areas.
That doesn't do what Tamiya paint does to paint when you put it on.
Oh,
It's like,
no. Hell
crap.
no. Yeah. When you have an ah shit moment with Tamiya on a painted surface, yeah, it's like you're having a freaking ah shit moment. But
I just hate I hate working with it because of the
string, yeah.
Yeah.
When I use it, when I see a string, I pull it off and I set it to the side. And I'm like, I ain't fucking with that no more.
It's some sort of kind of like almost like Northern Lights. Some sort of
The Northern Lights is supposed to be real big tonight.
I do got a question, Mark.
We're way too far south for Northern Lights here. It's some sort of phenomenon.
Let me
We're expected to be able to see them down here, Mark.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you now have a hood. What the hell are you going to do with the rest of the kit?
Hey,
you're gonna turn it into like a
kind
of like a drag car. Yeah. I'll do a drag car with no hood.
Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. That was my view. I posted this on my Facebook page. This was my view. One of the last Friday morning. This was the sky. Looking down it was actually looking east, but that was the sky that morning, down the tarmac where I work at. This is the hangar, one of the hangars right here. But that was, and what it was attributed to was the, that chlorine gas, that bio lab, that caught on fire on the east side of town, and they had put water on it, and anyhow it was creating a chlorine gas, and it got up into the atmosphere, and they said that's why this sky was so red. Was yours this red, Mark, a while ago?
No, ours
Wasn't?
is like we had a bit of a patchy red, like one spot that was kind of more red than the rest, but it was basically
Yeah.
just kind of a pinky red sky.
Yeah.
What's that old saying, Fred?
Red in the morning, sailor take warning. Red at night, sailor's delight.
Yep.
That is true.
Oh, mercy, they're eating cats and dogs in Ohio. I had cat and dog in.
Don't laugh about that. That happens in Venezuela for real.
Oh, God.
People
I know
don't
I've had it.
realize
I've
that.
had it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a little stringy, a little wild.
Well, anytime you go eat Chinese, you're eating cat.
Watch your mouth. I had that Saturday. No, Saturday.
My sister-in-law.
You know that
Just
it's chicken, and it's
Everything
generally
tastes-
served on a wooden skewer, but it's red.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes it so red, but there used to be a Chinese place close to here that had some of the best Chinese food in Augusta,
Mm-hmm.
and that all they really did was a buffet. And when me and my brother would go in there, we just call it dog on a stick. You get some dog on a stick.
Hell, Jeff. She's more twisted since she's got back from friggin' Arkansas. What the hell did they feed?
Y'all are making me.
No, I'm not asking anything.
Oh God, we had Mexican, and I'm full of chips, salsa, shrimp, which really shrimp is nothing but the chicken of the sea. So, that's about all we had tonight. Really didn't feel like when Vicky looked at me, she said, "Dinner's on me tonight. Let's go where we eat."
You got about 18 minutes or so left, is what you wanted, Brian. So,
Right. Yeah.
oh God damn, she must have been. I don't want to know what kind of field Jess was in. Look what she just. I don't know what happens in Arkansas, and I don't want to know now.
Spiritual.
What
Oh
happens in
God.
Arkansas stays in Arkansas.
Yeah. If you don't believe that, ask Bill Clinton. No, don't say that out loud. God, Marty. Never mind. I always get political. I don't know.
Somebody goes, why did he cheat on Hillary so much? I looked at him and said, "Do you see what Hillary looks like?"
Have you seen her?
I mean, God, mighty.
Even in her younger, it's like her younger days was like, whoa.
They were, yeah. She was
Oof.
a freaking woof woof.
Even Diddy wouldn't invite that to a party.
That would have been an extra. That'd have been extra oil.
No, Jeff doesn't need to hear any Jeff stories. Trust me, I lived through
Tell
some
the
of the
story,
60s into the 70s. And some of it I can't remember very well.
Oh
I
gosh.
remember when a dime bag was that big.
Yeah, I do
Picked up
too.
a 15-inch scroll saw yesterday so I can start building custom wooden ship stuff.
A what? Mark?
$60.
A what?
Scroll saw.
Oh, scroll
15-inch
saw.
scroll saw.
I was fixing to say a skill saw for that big shit.
Yeah.
I was
60
fixing to
bucks.
say that's a little too big, bro. Oh man.
60
Yeah,
bucks
scroll
for,
saw. Yeah, that's not
yeah,
bad. What kind is
15-inch
it?
Delta.
Delta? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
$60
that's
bucks,
awesome.
man. Couldn't beat it.
Nope.
Works
There you go,
perfectly.
Sluggo. Thank you for your service too. We appreciate you.
Hey, made babies.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm just going to try and build like a drag car, like a street drag car, but no hood.
I was like,
That's what I'll
after
do
I
with
just
that one.
thought about that, and I was like, what the hell is he going to do with the rest of it? He only need a freaking hood.
Why?
Well, that solves that problem. And again, thank
Yep.
you, Kerb. Greatly
Yes, thank you,
appreciate
Jeff.
You're welcome.
No, it's just I know you can get the white ones, right? The white plastic Cudas. But thing is like mine from my childhood, I never painted the car, so I can't. It'd be almost impossible to try and match that purple to the color of the purple plastic, right? That's why I wanted the purple plastic one. So all I have to do is, because they got some sort of clear coat or something on the hood.
Oh yeah, you
So
can
I'll
just
try
strip
to-
it. Down.
Yeah, strip it down and polish it up a little bit and leave it as is.
Mark, when I was a kid, when I got a kit, I got one coat of paint, and it was better. It was usually what Daddy had bought the week before to spray paint something in the garage. So
Yeah, Fred would take that one.
what?
Falcon.
Oh, hell yeah! Oh, hell yeah!
I can't figure out why somebody named Jody Ridley. Them things are friggin' are one of
Maybe.
the hardest kids to get right there.
Yeah, I just got to take that clear coat off because it made it darker, right?
I'll be damn.
Now Carol's gonna look. Boy,
Sluggo,
Kermit.
my mama's dad, he was in World War II and Korean.
Because I've got IndyCar wheels on this thing.
I can't wait for your eyesight to get better, Brian. I need to buy some parts.
I even
I'm
wired
going
this
to
when
go
I
ahead
was
and
like
order a couple
14.
magnetos,
Oh,
but I had other things on my brain.
yeah, I ordered some, but somebody won't give me his address to send him to.
Oh,
You're not getting my address. I don't give you my address 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I literally had the piece of paper from the box you sent me, and I'm like, where the? I'm like, damn, I probably threw it out again. I said, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, so was that guy that's down there below me. He was in the sandbox.
yeah.
He was in the 92, right? Or the one
No.
of the early 90s.
No.
You know that,
Yeah.
Rick, you grew up in the greatest time of the hobby. I came in and it was nothing but Monzas and stupid little crap like that, Chevy Chevettes. I'm like, oh hell no, I don't. And the damnedest part is people want them kits really bad now. I'm looking at them going, I hated them then, I hate them now.
Fred.
I'd love to get a
read that
Chevette.
one.
What now?
I would love to get a Chevette.
Girl, you don't know. Oh my God, you don't know.
I posted it on Facebook a couple years ago, Jeff. I think it was before I knew you, but it was a slightly cool, damp morning with a breeze, and I had to pinch one in a portalet. And needless to say, I'll tell you, that
Now-
shit felt kind of good.
Fred, I know
Well-
you'll get a kick. I know you'll get a kick out of this, Fred. We have a place up here called Moore Dam. It's a big reservoir, obviously, in the dam.
Yeah.
And technically, there's 2 sides to it: New Hampshire and Vermont side. Well, this one drunken idiot was being an asshole all day to everybody. He went to the porta potty. Now the porta potty's on a little bit of a side hill. Yep, he went over in it. They pushed him over.
Yeah, we did that.
How
We
was-
did that when we were
How was your
kids.
ride? How was your ride, Jeff?
It wasn't me
Yeah.
this time.
I hate them. I hate them when they just been cleaned and you got to pinch one and
Well, y'all, that was a
get a
Cadillac.
blueberry kiss.
That was a Cadillac compared to what we had.
Yeah.
And Sluggo, he hit it right.
Yeah,
Because they put you're in it's a wooden shitter. It's got a hole. It's got a bucket below you. It's full of usually diesel. I mean diesel fuel, and well, it's usually got residue of diesel fuel along with the human excrements or excrements. So, but anyhow, but that's how we burn them out. Was you drag them out, throw put some diesel in there, and then light it, burn it out, slide it back up not on fire, but once it burned out, you would slide a new one up under there with what was clean. Sometimes.
My great grandmother, she passed away like in 85, 86. And up until just the very last few years of her life, she had to put on her house shoes and grab a flashlight and use the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Bodie Miller, the U.S.
running water.
did the
She
same
had running
thing.
water, but she still went out to the well and got her bucket and got her bowl full of water, and that's how she bathed.
My aunt we grew up on a farm here, and we had 50 acres. My aunt and uncle that lived down the road from us, they had 200 acres, and they sometimes we'd go over there. They had chicken houses. We'd go over and help with the chicken houses and stuff, clean them out and gathering chickens when it was harvest time. But we would I hated going over there. I mean, I loved her to death. I loved the work. I mean, I love work because of that. But anyhow, went over there one time. They had outdoor toilet. And there was no such thing as toilet paper. You used corn cobs. Yeah. You drop the corn cob down after you finished using it, or you could put it in, you could rinse it and put it, clean it in a bucket. I mean, seriously. Or anyhow, they had chickens. Well, chickens would run around the yard just freely, free range chickens. Well, they would get down in that damn outhouse in the hole, and they would eat. What I ain't gonna say what they were eating, but they were eating whatever. Usually, was eating worms.
Was it the corn?
Maybe.
Believe it or not.
But anyhow, I had to go real bad, and I didn't ever want to use I never wanted to go number 2. Because I hated that. But I had waited all the time I had to use the bathroom. I went, drop trowel, plop down, and there was an old rooster down in there, and I dropped a deuce off on top of his head. He didn't like it. Well, he flogged me in the ass.
Did you say, hey, there's a worm?
He flogged me in the ass.
Worm.
Man, it hurt. I never did. I never did go back over there, and we'll have to. I made sure I was just like I was wait till I get to the house. Ain't never. But yeah, that was.
I'm sorry.
What was bad?
Rick Zink tonight.
What was bad was my aunt Geneva. She dipped snuff. And everything remedy-wise, from a cut to a burn to a bee sting to a chicken flogging, your little lily white ass, required a dip of snuff on it. Ugh. Ugh. So I've been, scarred flat. No wonder I'm such an old tough ass. Literally.
Yeah, these younger millennials and Gen X need to learn.
They don't know.
They're about to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, what was funny? Funny as hell. There was reports of when the ports closed down, when they went on strike, that the grocery stores was already running out of toilet paper. I'm like,
already
the last fucking time.
I tell you what,
if you're going to be in a pandemic, is toilet paper the first thing you're thinking? Everything's
not the first thing that comes to my mind.
No,
I got a stack. I got a stack of washcloths that are about 18 inches tall. I mean, I know how to wet them.
There's a cornfield down the road for me.
I know how to wet them. We got a washing machine.
Oh,
Poor Jess wouldn't know what to do. She had to only use leaves.
Make sure it's not poison.
It always is.
Oh yeah, it's always. Did I do that in a semi-gloss? I think I did. Nah, that ain't semi.
I got a cousin that won't eat chicken because of what happened to him as a kid. We were slaughtering chickens for the table. Dad would, cut off their heads, let them run around until they dropped.
Yep.
And then freaking all of a sudden, here's my cousin Ricky screaming across the yard and he's got this freaking headless chicken on his goddamn heels, just spurting blood all over him. And didn't matter which way this kid turned, this freaking rooster or chicken, whatever it was, the rooster just followed right behind him. Didn't matter which way he turned.
Or lamb chop.
Mom come running out of the house, and Granny come running out of the house because they thought maybe he got in the way and Dad hit him with the axe by accident or something, right? No, here he's just covered in blood because of this chicken just chasing his ass down all over the yard. He'd never touch a chicken again.
What was you there, Fred? Mark Batson was just telling us a story about that with Matthew Inman.
Yeah.
He said he was on the phone with him.
Yeah.
And talking to him on the phone, and every now and then he'd hear this thump,
thump,
and he'd hear it again, thump. And he was like, he finally asked Matt, he said, "What am I hearing? What's that thumping noise I'm hearing?" Oh, well, Heather's over there wringing the chicken's neck, and I'm cutting him off while he's talking to Mark Manson on the phone. I was like, Heather? Heather's ringing chicken?
Yep.
I just surprised the hell out. It didn't seem like she'd be that type of person that would want to do that or would do it.
She did.
Yeah, but apparently so.
Yeah. Mark, when I was a little kid, I had an aunt I had a bunch of aunts. So anyhow, this was on my dad's side.
There's
they give
13
me
brothers and sisters in my dad's family alone.
Well, that was on my mom's side. She had about 13 siblings, but on dad's side, my dad had he had two sisters. One got killed at an early age. I never met her, but anyhow, dad's sister, God Almighty, I can't remember. Aunt Net, Jeanette was her name. Aunt Net and her husband give me some Easter biddies when I was a little kid for Easter one year. Brought me some little shoe box full of, I think it was 6 chickens. They were little bitty things, and that was my Easter present. So I was probably about 5, maybe 6. So I raised all of them. I think all of them raised. We put them out there in the yard, and I fed them little thing. Well, I named them all. Well, I had one named Doodle, and I named him Doodle because he would go around in the cow patties out there in the pasture, and he would eat poop. So I named him Doodle.
So what was the rooster that was down there when you pooped on it?
No, this was over at Aunt Neighbor's house. This is down the road. But so anyhow, the next Easter, it came, Aunt Net and her Uncle Neil and all them, they were coming over for Easter dinner. Well, guess what we were going to have? Chicken. Well, Mama went out there, and and Daddy was going to make me watch what happened, because this was a thing of life.
Yeah, part of life back then.
Well, I had to watch and help pluck. Watch Daddy cut Doodle's head off, and I had to help pluck him and clean him, and Mama fried him up, and we're sitting there eating dinner, and I wasn't eating nothing. I wouldn't eat it. And Aunt Net looked at me and she said, "Well, baby, why are you not eating?" She said, "This is the best chicken your mama's ever fried." And I had tears going out. She said, "Why are you crying?" I said, Doodle sure did like doo-doo.
Fred and Brian, I'm going to let you answer this one that's on screen.
Oh, God. Biggest problem. We forgot how to make fun of each other. Yeah, right on, Sluggo.
This group had.
We ain't.
I'm trying to
these
figure
younger, the younger kids, they get butt hurt.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here laughing, going, apparently he hasn't seen us much.
He ain't seen us much.
The way I feel about that, if I'm on somebody else's, making fun of somebody else's, I'm off of somebody else's ass. I'm not making fun of them. So if I'm making fun of Fafa, I'm off Brian's and vice versa.
You using testers?
What?
Are you using testers?
Yeah.
Square bottles? I didn't know you used any tester square bottles.
I do, but
apparently that video I posted, he did. You
oh! I thought that was paint.
Hell no, I use that.
Wow.
Yeah,
you almost had a heart attack, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, I do use Tester's red glue. So,
all right, we got about 5 minutes for Benny Mike and Jason. You'll get fired up over there at the AMC.
Yeah, they'll get fired up. No,
so
I'm gonna have to jump over there. Brian, if you don't hold another one tonight, that's fine. I'm probably going as soon as Mike names off. I'm gonna go in there and hit the recliner.
Yeah. I mean, I probably won't.
I
John,
ain't
you
chasing.
don't like Tester's paint?
If you do,
Oh
Brian,
no,
just
I
text me. And let me
yeah
know.
no. Fred don't use it. I'm
Brian,
getting to where I don't use them very often, but I used to really like the gold and silver and you know the just to do some brush detail painting. I used to always loved it, but I hardly ever touch the stuff anymore.
Yeah, I don't even use it no more.
Last time, matter of fact, last time I used it was on my side steps on my pickup truck. I had a little nick in the
Oh
in the
yeah,
paint,
I remember
and
that.
I cleared it up. I cleaned it up with a little bit of lacquer thinner and dabbed it, and you don't even know it.
No,
This
Yeah,
is just some of it.
I've always liked testers enamel. It just takes a long time to dry.
holy shit! I'm trying to find their. Why don't you just do it the easy way, Fred? Just go to.
Where's this
scale
hot
model
pink?
out. Where's it?
All right, Brian. If you do,
Brown.
just text me and then I'll come back.
Yeah, not unless they get off early or something. You know, if they get off at 9, I might come back in. But
Hell, I don't
if they
see
run
their-
till 9:30, I definitely won't.
Because I need to go get dinner. I moved 2 tons of wood pellets today. So
All right. All right, guys. Let me
All right.
let me go ahead and back on out of here and,
Yep.
let Mini Mike and Mr. Jason
Yep, and Bruce and all that gang.
and the gang.
We'll catch y'all in the chat. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend or week.
Have a great yep.
Later, guys.
Hey,
All right, see you,
Later.
Mark. See you. Bye bye.
see ya.
Bye.
Y'all have a good
Love
night.
you.
Bye.
See ya.